Now let's open up the digital transformation knowledge graph. Digital transformation is a short introduction to what it is. It's actually the process of using digital technologies to create new or modify existing business processes, a culture, customer experiences. It's very customer oriented to meet challenging business and market requirements. Let me put my phone on airplane mode. Market requirements, and this reimagining of business is called digital transformation. For most organizations, it's used to increase top line growth. That's the idea behind it. And for small businesses and Fortune 500 companies alike, the goal is to increase sales or revenue. Technology can help in that regards. It can streamline customer interactions and transform how users or customers, us, purchase items and make payments. So you see it, for instance, happening a lot in banking. Banking is undergoing massive, has been undergoing massive digital transformations. But on a smaller scale, you can, for instance, you can also see that bringing artificial intelligence into a service organization is a prime example of the power of digital transformation. That's where it's used a lot. And a tiny example of that is AI powered chatbots. Answer simple customer inquiries and serve as a welcoming presence on a website. It's a very simple example of digital transformation where you don't need human interaction anymore, reduce the time customers have to wait to reach an agent. So a lot of information is captured up front before it's handed over to an agent and useful like that. So that's an example where digital transformation comes into play. Now let's have a look at digital transformation, the critical capabilities. What we see here is I've opened up the whole critical capabilities, all of them. So you can get to see all of them that are in there. Let me zoom out a bit so you can sort of get an idea and a grasp what's in there. The big blue balls, they are the critical capabilities. So the activities that need to be in place, the processes that need to be in place to ensure that digital transformation is successful in an organization. The pink balls, they are the questions that you can ask your team, the question you can ask management, the question that you can ask yourself, like, do we have this under control? Do we really understand what we need to do here? And if it lets me, because it's probably pretty big, I can zoom in a bit and just pick one, give you an idea of what's going on, or make it a bit easier myself. Zoom in there, and don't worry, you have to focus on all the detail that's in here. We'll go through a few very useful ways of looking at this data. So I'm just zooming in on the sidelines here to give you an idea of what type of questions and criteria they're in here. Um, Liaison, so that your organization contributes industry and internal customer insights to inform digital transformation account planning. And this is used in digital transformation in healthcare. What are the broader business changes that need to be considered in planning digital transformation? So that's a question that you can ask them. Now, before we get overwhelmed with all the detail in here, let's just focus on on the most important criterion that's in here. Let's have a look, pick it to one, and run the one. Run the one. There we go. That's the top criterion that's in here. Be sure your operation is driving program delivery of your roadmap by working with digital product owners and program management to prioritize, monitor, and deliver work to support your business initiatives and enterprise digital information in transformation initiatives. So the question to ask is, where do you have delivery risk? Where do you have delivery risk? What can you automate? What can you digitally transform by automation to ensure that the delivery risk is getting less and less and less? It's under control. And as you can see here, it has a number here, and that's called the Moscow score, and it's a must-have. The critical capabilities, they're all organized in they're all prioritized and organized around their priorities. So the highest priority here is 1670 because there are 1670 critical capabilities in this Kanban, in this critical capability document, and with all the criteria and the questions attached to that. So this is a must-have, the one that you really should have. must have in place. And if I click on that, I won't do it now, we'll do it later. You can see all the must haves that open up around there, which is basically a lot. Agile HR is something that we need to take care of here. This is the main topic that it's related to. So, digital transformation related to Agile HR, Agile human resources. You can imagine that if you undergo a digital transformation process, there's a lot of personnel and organizational changes that you have to go through in an organization. And you have to be quick, you have to be fast with those. Agile HR is high on the agenda of many organizations these days, which means that you've got smaller teams and smaller HR components related to teams that are out there working in the field in your organization and managing them from an HR perspective, contracts, agreements, compliance issues, risk, everything that is aligned to them. You probably see if I open this up that there's more to it. There we go. Keep ROI, return on investment, as a central piece of product strategy. Ensure very visible prioritization of digital transformation projects. That's the Agile HR role, to ensure that that's in place. And it's all related to product as a main topic, that a main keyword, basically, the important word. If I click on that, you'll probably see way more that are related to product. Critical capabilities, these are the other ones. If you want to focus on purely on product, you follow this rabbit hole, and these are all the critical capabilities that are aligned to specific product. Specifically, the word product. Display deep product development expertise, segmenting markets, identifying target internal customers, and uncovering unmet internal customer needs as input to innovative products, services, and programs. Opa, very interesting one, this one. Now, let's find out what the five highest urgent and prioritized critical capabilities are. Shall we? There we go. These are the five. I only picked those five, so we can do more, but then we'll probably get overwhelmed. And I'm going to open them all up so we can sort of see what's going on here, and we can see how they're connected and what's of importance here in digital transformation. What are the most important things? So as you can see here, they're all must-haves, all five of them, which makes sense because these are the ones that have the highest priority. The questions to ask are the ones that I'm really interested here as well. If I look at this one, start with this one. Collaborate with various stakeholders and leadership to understand future landscape and direction of the business to create a master data management strategy in support of internal customer centricity, digital transformation, and business growth. The question to ask here is, can the leadership team articulate how data supports your organization mission and strategy? Yeah. Then, let's go to another one here. Make headway so that your organization is developing demand via business decision making, maker networking, assessing strategic customer objectives, uncovering transformational opportunities, and improvement scenarios. Because you want to find the transformation opportunities, you want to find out what's still a lot of operational manual work. Where can we digitize that? Where we can perform a digital transformation, and what kind of tools do we have and do we need for that? And presenting incremental and new economic value from solutions proposed. Question to ask, are you investing in the digital platform technologies your customers are most prevalent on? And related to transformation. Work with technical pursuit teams, securing internal customer agreements to the solution design, aligned to agreed outcomes. Digital transformation journey focusing on business value. Again, with the business value here. Here we have improvement scenarios. There we have the business value. We can see a theme popping up here. Be sure your operation is driving program delivery of your roadmap by working with digital product owners and program management to prioritize, monitor, and deliver work to support your business initiatives and enterprise digital transformation initiatives. Now, we see here as well that they're related to, these are the highest, they're related to product, digital, create, management. So there's a lot of innovation going on here. Transformation, those are the things that I can take out of that. If I want to have a look at digital transformation and put it in place in my organization, basically what I have here is the start of a roadmap of what I need to do, the processes, the activities that I need to have in place in my organization to really drill down on digital transformation and have a team work on digital transformation and ensure that each and every one of my departments, each and every one of my teams is highlighted in the discovery of what needs to be transformed or what can be transformed for the good of people inside the organization, your clients, and in the end, the revenue streams that go with it, and the customer experience mainly. Now, uh, I've shown you the questions that are related to the critical capabilities, and there's another way I can pull that up, and that gives me an interesting insight as well. So these are not all of them, but I believe it's stopped capped at 100 or 1,000. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, it's displaying 199 nodes. So it's capped right here. What we see is all the critical capabilities that it's showing us. And the ones in the middle, they have the highest priority, and the questions attached to them. And this, if I just want to start from scratch and want to have a good, yeah, a bit of a feeling of what a digital transformation should be about in my organization, and I have had a look at the five highest prioritized ones, and I want to dive deeper in what else do we need to think of. I'll just start with asking these questions in my organization, asking these questions in my management team, and looking for answers that are related to that. So here, what are the emerging, if you zoom in so you can read it as well. What are the emerging technologies and competencies that will drive digital business? Do we know that? Provide expertise in the development and execution of business and financial solutions that adhere to organization and industry best practices and standards. So that's what I need to be looking at, best practices and standards in my organization, for my organization, that are useful for digital transformation. And what's happening in my industry, for instance. And oh, I double clicked on industry. There we go. There's a lot going on in industry. So see, you can really drill down. You can go down into any area that you're interested in for your organization, for your industry, because digital transformation is obviously different in each and every industry. But for your industry, you can drill down: is do we have that? Do we need that? Do we want that? Or are we missing that? Where is the opportunity for us? That's what you can find with this digital transformation critical capability, and with the Kanban that's attached to it. Another thing that I wanted to have a look at, I wanted to show you, is what type of topics are related to digital transformation. As an organization, what do I need to take care of? So these are all the topics that are related to digital transformation that I need to have a look at to see where I can digitally transform operations, for instance. So I got to have a look at. I'll just zoom in and I'll scroll down a bit. There we go. Zoom in here. Start here. Organizational readiness. It's a change management process. So, are we ready to do this? Let's see what comes up there. Drive digital transformation with clients, internal clients, and teams. Focus on service improvement and value adds. I like that one. So, client, internal client. It's a must have, actually. So, you see, I can click on each and every one. I'll unclick it now, otherwise, it'll just become too much. Consumer expectations. What do our consumers actually expect from us in digital transformation? So, how do I do that? What am I looking for? Well, the question I can ask is: do your legacy systems, processes allow you to drive new digital models of commerce, or do I have to change my systems and processes all the way, which is digital transformation in its essence? Drive digital transformation across all levels of your organization, focused on transforming legacy systems, process, and thinking to align with your strategy and specifically your digital ambitions. So, legacy systems, that's obviously usually the main roadblock in a lot of organizations, especially enterprises. Legacy systems that either have to be overhauled or renewed, and where new systems have to be put in place, more agile systems, more faster, quicker. And it has to do a lot. Digital transformation obviously has to do a lot with moving to the cloud. Let's have a look at something else that's in here. Hiring for diversity. Interesting. I like that one. Why did we pick this one? Let's have a look. Provide leadership for broad-based development, including a focus on skills and supporting digital transformation and culture change through learning. Yeah, if you're hiring, obviously you have to take care of diversity and hiring for diversity while you're focusing on skills. So it has to be a balancing act in there. AI Ops. What's AI Ops? AI Ops is artificial intelligence operations. Ensure your experienced consultants have the capabilities and skills that make digital transformation real. Yeah, not just blah, blah, waffle. Ensure the success of significant deployments like cloud migrations and digital transformations for major corporations through effective full stack monitoring. Here we dive a little bit into the technology, full stack monitoring for AI ops. So machine learning, artificial intelligence, data warehousing, data lakes, and everything that goes with it. Let's do one or two more because I like looking at it this way. Digital disruption. That's what we want. We want to disrupt things digitally. How do we do that? We do that by developing experience, helping internal customers with digital transformation and application modernization. That's an interesting one. Application modernization. That's something that's not always in focus, but it should be with digital transformation because a current application might not have a great user experience, and that's where we want the benefits from digital transformation. If you look at the customer experience, and what kind of application modernization we can do there. The other one, to be confident that your workforce is accountable for building an innovation center of excellence. Have you heard that term before? It pops up a lot. Cloud Security Center of Excellence. You see that a lot there. That develops products and services that enable digital transformation. What's a Center of Excellence? Basically, a team that focuses on this one thing and is really, really good at it and calls itself a Center of Excellence. It's a great branding effort. That's what it is. And it works really well in an organization. You say, there's our Center of Excellence for digital transformation. Talk to those people. They can help you. Well, digital technologies make it possible to offer new products and services in the area. Right. Management of change, capacity utilization, enterprise risk management is what we're looking at. We're looking at distributed leadership in digital transformation. That's why Agile HR came into play earlier on. Security Operations Center. With digital transformation, everything digitized, we need to have a security under control and not just by a security department, but a real security operations center. What does it come up with? Interface so your personnel drives innovation and digital transformation. Agile HR, we had that one. Cloud ERP, digital maturity is something that we want to measure and have a look at, which you can do with the digital transformation toolkit that we have. Enterprise architecture tools, innovation, low code. Low code is high on the agenda of a lot of organizations right now and really successful, but also dangerous because you build a lot of low code applications that are not under control or managed by security. So you might run into compliance and security risks further down the track. Low code. What do we have here? Oh, that pops up several balls. Let's go. Yep. Let's zoom in a bit like this. Low code. Make sure there is effectiveness in complex digital transformation projects. It's related to low code. Well, low code can be truly effective, but it will be very ineffective on the long run when you don't manage it well. Like I said, you can run into compliance issues and you can run into legal issues if your low code environment, for instance, deals with privacy, deals with customer data, and is not quite sure what the privacy regulation is, or even worse, patient data, HIPAA. Certify your process introduces and accelerates new technologies and methodologies to support digital transformation, low code. Confirm that your company underway, the EM project, uses upward trending low code, no code digital transformation tools. Yeah, that would be nice. And a growing list of cloud based services to build flexible and extensible business apps, data, and decision support intelligence. That's what you want to do with low code. That's what you want to achieve. So you see, I can click on each and every one of these and things pop up that I need to take care of. I want to click on digital transformation because everything's connected to that. Scrum Master, we see that that one's popping up here. So Agile and rolling out releases and changes and software. SOC 2, there. That's if you're a cloud hosting company, so a SaaS solution. SOC 2, you want to make sure that your security is into play and is correct. Let's see what comes up here. Be confident that your strategy is involved in digital transformation and process optimization. Now, SOC 2 by itself is a massive, massive subject, and we'll dive into that later in another video. But I like this one. I really like this one, and I hope you like it too, because it gives you a great overview of all the areas that are related to digital transformation that you need to have a look at. You can click on each and every one of those. And I can do the same for use cases, so the use cases themselves. And then we'll probably run into big balls of blue trouble because all the use cases will pop up, pop up. There they are. There's a lot of them. And again, I can click on each and every one of them and have a look at what it's related to, how it's prioritized, what questions I need to ask, how important it is to my organization. And I can do the same with just the questions. If I want to have another way of looking at it, I can go, let's just show me the questions, not the answers. No one know the answers yet. I'm interested in the questions. There we go. Yeah. How do program processes affect the relative standing of different groups? What are the cooperation processes between enterprise architecture and product IT architecture management? What are the technical requirements? How to make a transformation happen? What is the timeline for adoption of healthcare wearables? Very specific question. Here, another health one. Has a digital health intervention reduced costs associated with the delivery of health services? You see, there's a lot I can dive into and have a look in here. Now, let's organize them based on urgency and priority. And that should give us an overview of the ones that have the highest priority. Let's have a look. There we go. And run. Go for it. Okay, here you see how we've got them organized. Must have, should have, ought to have, might have, and could have. This one, we could do this later. Do this later. This, yeah, maybe we'll do that soon. This, I really should do this now. Yeah, we must do this. And this is the low. We got to do this right now. Don't think about it at all. Click on must have, double click. There you go. These are the ones that we need to do right now. If we want to have a look at digital transformation, we got to cover all these critical capabilities, and we can start by asking the questions that are related to them. So just click one instead of all of them, otherwise it'll become way too messy for us. Here we go, just one here. Engage with partners and the product team to design and implement reporting and analytics, leveraging large data sets from various data sources. There we go. Here we start drilling down the data aspect of it. Data, there we are. A question there to ask is, what was the team's attitude, let me zoom in a bit, toward the implementation process? So that's another way of looking at it, just by opening up all the critical capabilities themselves. And the urgency, the five most, the urgent ones in the must-have category. And just for fun of it, let's click on the could have. That's something for later that we can have a look at. Here, secure that your personnel establishes operational objectives and work plans and delegates projects to subordinate managers. Improve the quality of content, adhere to the established standards, develop the first draft of all internal client deliverables. So they're basically sub things of what you need to do, so ought to haves later on, things you can figure out later on. Now, another thing that we can have a look at is we can use this to answer questions that we might have that are related to digital transformation. Here's a question. With digital transformation top of mind, do you have the technology in place to support your business goals? So what do I need to have in place to do that? I need to have a look at technology and I need to have a look at business. Let's see what comes up. Wow, I'm limiting it to 10. Let's just open them up and see how everything's related. So we get some insights going on here. Yeah. Got them all. I think we don't have them all open yet. You can open up as well, and you get to play. Look at that, and you get to play. There. Now we got them all. So you see, they're all related to must-haves. These are because they're the highest prioritized ones, and I can instantly see that what I need to look at here is architecture, data, technology, all related to digital transformation. Let's just pick one. These are the prioritization numbers. So let's just pick the highest priority we've got in here. So 1627, that's not the highest. 1644. I think we've got 1644. That's the highest one we've got here. That the one out of, and I can double check that by just doing this. I want to go up. There we go. That's the number one. Oversee that your team creates, let's zoom in a bit, creates organization from loosely defined ideas and opportunities through business relationships and synthesizing business requirements, operational needs, strategies and perspectives with emerging technology and information systems. So, if I want to find out if I have the technology in place to support your business goals, this is what I start with. I'm going to start with this one and asking the question, how are skill set and leadership requirements changing across the business when we do this? And it's related to technology. And this came from digital transformation healthcare. Let's just go into the top three and sort of see the relationships that are going on here. There. I can ask here, can the leadership team articulate how data supports your organization's mission and strategy? Nice one. Is the project still on track to deliver the right products to the agreed business benefits? Digital transformation. Make sure the service management analyst coordinates processes and resolves incidents and requests related to the support of technology products, infrastructure, business processes, and enterprise services. And this one, manage the business value of architecture services as an enabler of strategy formulation and as support for technology innovation, which drives the initial customer's top and bottom lines. Ask the question, can the leadership team articulate how data supports your organization mission and strategy? So these critical capabilities will give you great insight by answering the questions and by taking care of the critical capabilities themselves and how they're related. With digital transformation and top of mind, do you have the technology in place to support your business goals? Gives you an answer to that. Let's do one more before we call it an end for today. One more. Let's have a look. I've got a question here, something I prepared earlier. Do you have a strategy for digital transformation that includes interoperability, data governance, and analytics? Data governance, that's an interesting one to me. Haven't come across that one yet, have we? No. Let's have a look what comes up. Let's limit it. Data governance, see what comes up. These are the ones that are related to data governance. Improve data governance, master data management, data quality and information lifecycle management. Certify a company understands data governance and how it works in relation to other organizational governance structures. Work with the team on analysis and documentation of findings of data quality, data governance and privacy. Data governance and privacy combined. Make sure the data governance technology manager shapes the current and future processes and technologies that drive successful data governance. All right, let's open them up and see what I need to be asking in my organization. Do you exploit data as a strategic asset to drive real-time insights into opportunities and risks? Has the management team put in place the right governance structure and people to lead the digital transformation? And you see their must-haves, their should-haves here related to data, technology. These came out of the subtopic digital transformation in healthcare. And let's see, there's probably some healthcare questions in here related because data governance extremely important in healthcare. Do increases in patient activation result in improved self-management behaviors of the data governance, self-management of the teams and the data they manage? Do we have another question here? We had another one here. Will health workers have the ability to review and edit data to ensure data quality? So work with team on analysis and documentation of findings of data quality, data governance, and privacy in your digital transformation of health data. So here you go. Here you have the answer to the question, do you have a strategy for digital transformation that includes interoperability, data governance, and analytics, specifically focused on data governance? I can have a look at analytics as well, see what comes up just for the fun of it while we're here. Last one of the day. Analytics. Let's see what comes up. Oh, there we go. That's a lot. Let's just do the top three, shall we? And then we can open them up and see what comes up. Open them up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the question is, do you have a strategy for digital transformation that includes interoperability, data governance, and analytics? All right, let's start with number 1 here. Check that your workforce drives research and development of innovative new product and service solutions with initial focus on analytics and custody, including identifying and validating value propositions and define business cases for new product concepts. And you got to use analytics for that to figure that all out. What is your digital business model to figure that one out? Lead analytics initiatives. dashboard designs, ad hoc analysis to support customer project delivery, and drive insights for the data captured on the platform. Analytics, again, that's where you need analytics, and they're all related to data. What a surprise! Engage with partners in the product team to design and implement reporting and analytics, leveraging large data sets from various data sources. What was the team's attitude toward the implementation process in digital transformation? And there you have it. This gives you a blueprint to start out with, giving you an answer to this question in your organization. And if I double click on digital transformation, you can see all the balls, all the critical capabilities that are related to digital transformation by itself. And with that, I want to leave you for today. I had a great time. I hope you did too. You did too. Thank you. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Adieu for now. Oh, by the way, before I go, look down here. I forgot to mention the store.theotherservice.com digital transformation critical capabilities. I can add another screen to it. Let's have a look. I can add another screen, and that screen will show you what the, if I can find it, what the digital transformation Kanban looks like. Chrome tab, digital transformation, critical capabilities. There it is, this one. So if you go to that link, you see this. What's interesting about this is if you scroll down, you get to see all the critical capabilities that are there. And you can work with them. You can scroll down, you can look through the swim lanes. So these are swim lanes. This is basically a Kanban swim lane. You can enlarge it. Look, view a larger version. There we go. So it looks way better if it loads. It's having an issue with the sharing. There it is. So this is the whole enchilada. This is the whole critical capabilities. You can look through them. You can sort, search, filter, anything you want. What you can't do is save it, and that's why we and reuse it. And that's why we have the license and the sign up area here for you to take care of. So that gives you a great idea. So go to that link, and definitely have a look at the critical capabilities that are in there, in here, and use the data if you want to. Get the details, and sign up, and it's all yours. Thanks so much for listening and watching me, and we'll see you again tomorrow.